Good day, my name is Karen Montaño, a student at the Faculty of Psychology, and today we will give a solution to the final activity of psychometrics.
Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer Paulos. Today we will talk to you about ethics in a case of psychological evaluation.
In psychological practice, assessment is crucial to understanding people's needs and characteristics, but poses significant ethical challenges. Professionals must administer tests fairly, interpret results accurately, and respect the integrity of those tests. In this presentation, a case study will be analyzed to identify ethical dilemmas and their relationships with Articles 45 and 48 of Law 1090 of 2006 of Colombia, which regulate professional conduct in psychology. To begin, we will discuss some basic concepts to facilitate understanding of the topic at hand.
To begin, we will talk about what is ethics. Ethics is the division of philosophy that studies the fundamental principles determining whether human acts are right or wrong. Thus, it is concerned with analyzing the values that guide individual and collective behavior toward what is considered just and correct.
Also, what is a professional ethics? Professional ethics is the field responsible for studying the specific norms of a profession to identify the correct and appropriate action in the performance of that job.
Another concept, what is an ethical dilemma? An ethical dilemma occurs when two mandatory norms must be fulfilled, and the only way to achieve one of these is to violate the other. Generally, these conflicts arise from the collision between moral principles, ethical rules, or even laws.
It's important to mention the ethical principles of psychometric evaluation are responsibility, competence, fidelity, confidentiality, loyalty, and professional zeal.
And finally, what is Law 1090 of 2006? Law 1090 of 2006 in Colombia regulates the practice of psychology by establishing ethical, deontological, and bioethical standards. It also defines principles and standards that ensure psychologists act with responsibility, competence, and respect for human rights.
Now we will mention the case to study. Well, in Cartagena, a multinational company asked the human resources psychologist to administer a psychology test for hiring a new import director. Days before the test, the psychologist discovered that one of the candidates was a friend, and during the test pointed out the answers to improve his score. After the selection, another candidate, a friend of the manager, reported irregularities. A review and security camera footage confirmed that the psychologist altered the test and assisted his friend, violating the company's internal regulation and law 1090 of 2006. As a result, the psychologist was dismissed and faced legal action.
Ethical limitation of the case. In this case, we can see how the psychologist experienced an ethical dilemma where he is pressured by his emotions. In this way, his personal interests take precedence over the law governing him as a professional, leading him to commit fraud in the test, violating several articles of Law 1090 of 2006 and also breaching some ethical principles as a professional. This will be integrity, honesty, professional responsibility, impartiality, and loyalty.
Contrast of the law with the case. Now we will compare the case study with Law 1090 of 2006. First, we will relate the case to Article 44. It refers to the presentation of altered or falsified documents and the use of irregular resources to validate postgraduate studies, which are serious violations of professional ethics and are also subject to administrative law, civil, or criminal sanctions. Considering the above, in the case study, the psychologist violated this article by altering the content of the psychological test and providing answers to a candidate who was his friend. This constitutes an act of falsification of the obtained score. Given this, the psychologist's actions represent a serious ethical and professional violation, leading his dismissal and facing legal consequences.
Another article to consider is Article 46. This article states that when a psychologist creates or standardizes psychological tests, they must follow scientifically proven procedures. Additionally, these tests must comply with the specific standards for construction, standardization, validity, and reliability. We can see that the psychologist in question altered the content of the test and provides direct answers, compromising both the validity and reliability of the instruments. This manipulation goes against the scientific and technical standards necessary for the proper construction and application of psychological tests, thus committing a serious violation of Article 46 of the mentioned law, which has consequences at both individual and group levels.
Finally, Article 47 states that the psychologist must present result, diagnosis, and other inferences only if the tests are validated and standardized. Additionally, tests, interviews, observation, and records must be part of a comprehensive and detailed evaluation process and should not be used in isolation to make diagnosis. This article is directly related to the case because when the psychologist manipulates the test, it loses its validity and standardization, making it impossible to obtain a comprehensive evaluation and therefore a reliable result. Additionally, it doesn't ensure that the level of latent traits is appropriate for the assigned position, directly impacting the company and highlighting the seriousness of the violation committed.
In conclusion, ethics and compliance with Law 1090 of 2006 are fundamental for the practice of psychology, as they ensure both professional integrity and the trust that society places in the individual and the profession. Proper adherence to these standards guarantees that psychological tests are administered and evaluated in a valid and reliable manner, which is crucial for obtaining accurate results that truly reflect the capabilities and needs of the subjects. Furthermore, it protects individual rights by ensuring fair and equitable evaluations, preventing unjust decisions and potential legal consequences for those administering the test. As observed in this present case, the psychologist severely compromised professional ethics as the manipulation of results demonstrate a lack of adherence to technical and ethical standards, endangering the integrity of the evaluation process.
Therefore, it would be pertinent for universities and government agencies to implement awareness and training campaigns aimed at all psychology students and professionals, emphasizing the importance of the bioethical code in professional practice. Additionally, government agencies should establish and maintain clear standards for accreditation and certification of psychology programs, ensuring they meet rigorous ethical and technical requirements. Finally, promoting a culture of ethics in educational institutions and regulatory bodies through the implementation of codex of conduct, continuous training programs and confidential reporting systems will contribute to strengthening integrity in the training and practice of psychologists, preventing thus possible ethical violation and ensuring quality in the profession.
That is all for today. Thank you for your attention. Good day.